Nutshell, I think this program combines, as I said earlier, two wonderful um, focal points. Rooting in a sense of the spiritual, in a sense of deep truth. What is your deep truth? What are you tapping into? We talk about medicine tree. So what is the root of your vision? What do you want to grow? How do you want to grow that? So it's really, the spiritual practices that are that aid in the process of discovering what your vision is and how to bring it to fruition. Again, that's another tree analogy. I really think the tree is a great analogy, the medicine tree. So tapping into, that sense of the sacred, that this isn't just about, creating a business so you can make money and reduce your stress. But it's, which hopefully it will do, but it's really about tapping into, what are you here on this planet to do, energizing from that, connecting to the sound healing and other, sacred practices that guide us in each week on the phone calls, and as well as in homework that we do in between the calls. So that's one aspect that's very empowering, and the other is just all the practical wisdom that this program brings forward. As I've said earlier, honing your goals down to what do you plan to do this year to move your vision forward in different domains. What are the action steps that you want to take? And then really looking at, how can you add value for a potential customer? What kind of service do you really want to provide that will, bring that potential customer from point A to point B? So it's really rooting, what might sound like the mundane work of, selling a product or a service, rooting that in your sacred vision, so that it's all of one cloth, so that when you're actually, selling yourself or marketing yourself, it's not about, selling a widget for its own sake. It's really about putting your deepest truth out there. You're acting in alignment with your highest self, and there's really, no greater action that I can think of than that.
One of the things I really loved about this program was that everything you're saying now actually it's not just ideas. You're not just saying these wonderful sounding ideas about being connected into a lineage of teachers and guidance. Every single thing you're saying is ringing a light bulb of an exercise and a practice that we did to find these for ourselves. And so I'm just thinking of one other exercise, for example, that we did that I really loved, which was mapping a spiritual mandala. And I remember that came at the end of the course when we had learned about looking at who our audience was in marketing, looking at who our mentor community was around us in the professional world, looking at that community and of relationships in our personal lives. We went week by week, step by step, identifying the support and people that are around us. And then finally at the end of that section, you said, well, and then there's times when nothing seems to be supporting you, and that's when we plug into something else. And you had us create an actual visual map or mandala of of all of the sources of support, teaching, ancestry that we could refer to, and I really loved that exercise. I've never done or heard of anything like that, and I still take out my picture of all the animals and gods and goddesses and traditions and teachers that I resonate with, and when I really need that help. So just wanted to say that thank you for this. It's really been one of the best classes I've ever taken. And I share from it, I quote from it, I repeat your words. You can tell I've memorized a lot of them in my work and personal life. So I'm really excited about what it's given to me and blessed me with, and what it continues to.
I would say really just listen to your heart, and we have a lot of doubts and we have a lot of judgments and a lot of thoughts about what should be, or if I'm ready, or if, all of these ifs and whys and whatabouts. But I think we really know deep down what we need to be doing, and I think we know deep down what is going to resonate with us and what's going to support us in doing that. But it's really just about tuning in to yourself and tuning into that intuition, to that intelligence in you that knows why you're here and is passionate about it and feels that urgency of it. Let me out. Let me do it. So I think I would say if you feel that urgency, if you can tune into that place, and really, listen to what it's telling you. Is it telling you, yes, we need support. Yes, we need help. Yes, we need a structure. We need guidance to move, to grow, to manifest. Then I think this is a really great program to provide that. I love you, Lev. You're amazing, and super inspiring and humble, and I think what you're offering is really valuable, and I think it provides a great space and also a really nice sense of community around this part of the journey, because in this pursuit of our life's work, it's important to have people around us that are doing it too, and that are struggling with these similar things, and that we can speak to in terms of this integrative approach, that we don't have to explain it to. So I think just listen to your heart, listen to yourself, and move where you're called to move.
I
think anybody who wants to help other people and has gone through their own kind of transformation and is ready to share that in a larger way via business, a business that will make a difference for other people, but also for the planet. I think that was an ingredient that was always present, the earth, our legacy. What are we leaving, for our children, and the consciousness, the conscious business people, the people who want to take that task seriously and take the steps, the courageous steps that are required, that need to be taken, that so many other people, don't take, because it's kind of an uncharted territory still in many aspects. So it's, I guess those people, they should feel welcome to join you on that journey. And the more people embark on that journey, the more change will happen, and transformation will happen, and we will see a new way of doing business happening in the world,